People just don't know, bro. People don't know. The game is to be played. It's not just to be straight taught. You know what I'm saying? It's to be experienced, but like people don't know, bro. Thinking about okay, I just watched Joey Crack interview Noriega about the Kanye interview, right? So it's like everybody's kind of there's a lot of nuances in about this game, but everyone's realizing we're a family, right? Everyone's realizing like this is really mafia thing. Like there's really a brotherhood. There's really like to even be a part of the conversation. Like you got to be at a certain level, or you got to be politically at a certain level. Skill wise, you got to be at a certain level, or politically, you got to be at a certain level. That's why half of the mans are like, "How did he make his? How is his song make it on the radio? He's trash." Well, politically, he's at a certain level. You know what I'm saying? And then certain folks, you're like, "Damn, they've been going so hard. I've been watching them go from like nothing to all the way here because they got the skills that allow them to grow politically." You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of folks who got that political might, they think about, oh damn, I need to grow my skills. So they may be a musician, they go into fashion, or they're a musician, go into whatever, sports, commentary work, doing interviews, who cares? But the point, like the conglomerate of producers over the last 15 years, like we all look up to three mans. Yeah, there's probably five or six mans, but the main three mans are Kanye, Dr. Dre, and Timberland, right? And then you could add in Pharrell. You can add in, because Pharrell's in my top three, right? So you can add in Pharrell. For certain mans, you might add in Swiss Beats. For other mans, you might add in Jay Dilla. But is that's essentially those are the six mans. So all the producers, all the mega super producers, not like just regular beat makers, but all the super producers who've come up in the game over the last 10 years are connected to those mans. They're not just like in the game doing their thing, winning, blah blah. They're actually connected to those mans. So my OG is connected to those mans, which makes me connected to those mans. Like the brotherhood is big. It's a big thing. So when it came down to the loyalty conversation, right? And I think about, I guess from every perspective, you don't really understand what your OG is trying to do, right? So I'm Toronto's OG. I'm very young. A lot of my peers, my friends didn't understand what I was trying to do. And I think about the situation when I was helping an artist I had under my wing. It was also a high school friend. And at the time, we're right there. Like we were ahead of the trend because, there was a lot of other big artists in the city doing their thing. Not big, but we're all underground. It's still underground scene. But there was another artist doing her thing. It's about some female artists. The story is about some female artists, right? And the artist was doing her thing first. She was really killing that game. And I even collabed with her too. So nothing negative there. But my artist I had under my wing starting to grow and do her thing. And even did collabs with another artist in the same vein. And both of them was doing their thing. But I remember now the local radio station was like, yo, we're gonna do a performance. We wanna have local artists come through and perform. We want them to come and show their skills. And I was like, yo, this is our chance to really show the world like why we went to our high school. Like why our high school is an artistic high school and we got in and we graduated. Well, I didn't, whatever. But why we went to that school of the arts. You know what I'm saying? And now we're out in the real world and we got a chance to really show them what it means to be nerds for art, for music. So fam, I'm getting my brethren who's like one of the sickest bass players, my best friend. He's playing bass. Then I'm like making the stems, building the stems so that we could rehearse. We're rehearsing. And it's sounding vibey, like, nice soulful bass with my production stems and she's singing. And it was a great, 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 great rehearsal. But the day of the event, you know what I'm saying, my boy is running late. but we gotta bring equipment. I'm bringing the bass bin, bro. I'm lugging like a bass bin like it's a backpack. Okay, and I'm walking through. But at this time, we gotta go downtown. So we're in the B's. We gotta head downtown to where the show is, the Hard Rock Cafe. All right. So we reached to the Hard Rock Cafe, and the place is already full up because we got there hella late, bro. Hella late. So I'm walking in, bro, and I have boombox. I'm saying a boombox. I have the bass bin. Bass bin is like weighs as much as I do. Okay, it's a full bin, like a bass bin, like that you see at a concert, and it's like a big bin and the music's booming. Yeah, the bass bin. I'm bringing that so that we could run bass because they don't have a backline. A backline is basically the budget to get the right equipment so that artists just pull up and perform. So they want to help put on the underground scene, but they didn't really have the budget. And my artist, she's like one of the biggest artists in the ends right now, underground, right? She's playing on the radio, but like everyone knows she's sick. She's already killed beer live shows with full band. So she's not really to come and press play on the on the MP3 and just no. So like I said, I'm lugging bass bin through the crowd, bro. There's a crowd of people. I'm lugging the bass bin up the steps because the Hard Rock Cafe got the downstairs and upstairs, up the steps, through the crowd. And it's like as I'm walking to lay this stuff at literally at the front of the stage, they called her up. And you wanna know what's wonky about this situation too? They were already giving her hell. She's like, my band is late, they're on their way, and they're giving her hell, saying, yo, you're gonna have to perform. And I should have told her, say, yo, you're not, just tell them you're not performing, scrap it. But I know that would have made her angry at me. Like, yo, this is a great opportunity for us. We've been building, and now we got this show to really show the city what we do, and now you're late. And I get it, but like for me to flop the entire show. So she's like, I'm gonna perform regardless. And she's literally just had to kill a little acapella. And I'm there like sweat dripping down my face, like like watching the acapella, like the acapella performance. Like, yeah, this is what we worked all this, we put all this time, this money, this effort, this skill set, just so the radio station could dog us. And good thing my brethren who played bass, he's also very well known in the music industry. And witnessing the entire scenario and situation, he was disgusted too, saying, yo, why they treating you guys like this? Like we're late for a real reason. It's not her fault, but they're on her like it's her fault for us being late. And he happened to personally know the owner of the radio station. So we were able to speak to the radio station about how the promoter was dealing with my artists and dealing with the situation. And they promised us, that they'll never do this again. The whole point is, because the story kind of took way longer than I thought I wanted it to take. After all that energy, that I was putting into my artist's career, we fell out. We fell out. They're not here right now. They're not here right now eating off of what I'm doing in the game. They're actually not even doing music anymore. And you guys are not loyal. YGs are not loyal to their OGs. Simple. You guys always think you deserve more than what you're getting. I made that mistake too. But you could ask my OGs, I've never made them feel uncomfortable about their next move because of what I wanted and what they were doing for me. You know? When I hear Kanye West complain about loyalty, the man's $9 billion deep and he has issues with loyalty. He's complaining saying, yo, mans I put on when I had to go and make some very progressive moves were like, nah, I don't mess with him. I changed your life. I gave you opportunity to eat a food. I gave you opportunity to feed your kids on another level. And then when I think of, what I've done, it's not on no Kanye change your life and allow you to eat, but it's allow you to be an individual. Allow a lot of you guys, many of you guys, to be an individual, to stand out here and say, yo, this is who I am. And that's the freedom that Kanye's fighting for right now. In the United States, we understand things are a bit different than here in Canada, but in Canada, it's like you have a chicken who was tied to a tree and they cut the rope and the chicken's still hanging around the tree. That's the Canadian situation right now. And I came here and I allowed a lot of you guys to know that, yo, you're free. Be who you want. Sing how you want. Rap how you want. Be what you want to be. I do it every day in front of you guys, inspire you guys to just break molds and just be yourself. Be your damn self. But loyalty, man. Loyalty is a very important thing. It's a very important subject. And is mightily overlooked, especially within the black community. Because I guess we don't expect loyalty at this point. You know what I'm saying? We don't really understand what loyalty is. Oh, Kanye is going to shake Trump's hand. So the leader is going to make a move on the highest level with the leader of the United States. That checks you. That checks your attitude now, right? In hindsight, I can say that because I didn't, at the time, we didn't know Kanye as a leader. We didn't know Kanye is richer than Jay-Z. We didn't know, you know what I mean? Every man was ready to bow down to Jay-Z, even though Jay-Z screwed over Dame, right? And Dame's been saying, I'm the one who's right. And it required Kanye to get richer than Jay-Z and say, nah, man, Dame is right, for us to be like, yeah, Dame is right. Because loyalty ain't real out here, bro. Standing up for what's right and the true moral guidances of why we're doing this, why we're playing this game. Why half of you guys even have an opportunity. Loyalty, bro, it doesn't even resonate correctly, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. That's why Kanye don't like Drake. And he likes him, but he don't like him because Toronto don't understand loyalty to the highest degrees, bro. Like, to the highest degrees. And if you're saying, oh, it doesn't matter what Drake says on a diss song, then why didn't Drake finally drop his last diss record to Pusha? It was that last diss record after Pusha said everything about 40 and blah, blah. Why didn't Drake push play on that final diss record? Because words do have value. These rap songs do have value. We can't pretend like they don't. But I don't agree with everything that Kanye says, but the man is the leader. The man put me on. The man put me on. My OG would not be positioned if it wasn't for Ye. My first placements working with my OG wouldn't even have happened if it wasn't for Ye, which gave me so much motivation. Those placements never touch the road, but they're the heaviest placements to this date. The heaviest placements to this date. My placement is probably one of the heaviest placements in hip-hop history to this date. I don't go around saying it. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it in this clip. But I have a placement at the beginning of my career that my OG aligned through Ye. That is, to this day, to me, one of the heaviest hip-hop placements for our generation. I ain't gonna mention the names involved on that placement. The placement never came out, and I probably messed it up. I probably am the reason why it never came out, but loyalty, man. Loyalty, bro. I ain't trying to get too off kilter,